Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon from any part of the world you are. This is Kingsfx again. It's been a long time. I posted a video and I have been doing a little study. If you've been liking the videos, please do well. Just like the video, subscribe, and you can hit me up. My number will be at the comment box over there. Remember our strategy. It's always been price action, price action, price action, price action. But prior to that, I wanted you to understand that we run candlesticks trading, and it's one of the best trading you can get in the market. Best, in fact, best strategy. But there's this particular strategy I'm going to give out in price action, but I'm not really going to move it into this trade. I'm not going to say it plainly. So if you really need some of them, you could just DM me. I could discuss some of them with you and see how far you're going with it. So what is it about? Look, there's a little thing I'll even want to say. This is a little account, so just trying a little, just a trade today. I wanted to understand that there is a way you earn. You don't lose anything from the market. How do you do that? You kind of hedge the market. You make use of a cloud equity. I'm not meant to be saying all this, but then you make use of a cloud equity whereby you can open multiple positions in the market once you spot that the market is going in your direction. Once you spot a trend, you can open multiple positions, maybe 3 4 5 positions, depending on your risk to reward ratio, depending on your equity, the amount that you have. So this is how it goes. Open a market like this. Boom 1000. As a last night, it was about 60 something dollars. I didn't close it. Okay, it's just a cloud equity. I'm making use of it to run all my trades for the day, so such that whenever I make even a loss, it's not going to be from my normal equity, from my balance equity. It's going to be from the cloud equity, so I don't see myself losing in the market. All right, so that is that. I have made a little setup for these transactions, and it's a very long trade. A very long trade could take up to a day or two, perhaps, to get to take profits and all of that. And this 100, it seems the market is going a little bit outside of our favor, but shouldn't pass this our support zone. So it's because of that I was able to run this thing. So this is our support actually from here. So I'm not saying this to make you feel like you don't know what is happening. I don't really give indicator strategies. I'm not really good with indicator strategies. So the only thing I do in the market is I just try to do analysis and know what it's all about. I wanted to understand a lot of candles in the market make a lot of sense. You can't be running price action without knowing candlestick representations. And I don't know if you feel like you would love to place a trade and allow the trade to move for days, and you don't stress yourself, and you come back and you make money out of the market. So I was the one that did this analysis, and I made some cash from here to here, about 20 something dollars from here to here. So there are different ways when there is a pullback, when there is a reversal, and those are the things that price action will teach you. Why is the market moving in the inverse direction? Those are the little things I would love you to understand in the market. This is price action. Okay, aside drawing lines and trend lines and trend lines upon trend lines, you must understand that first of all, market does not obey uh, market does not obey what you think. Market obeys price action. All right, market always obeys price action. So it's not about what you think, it's about what the market is giving out at that particular point in time. So that is that for a little lesson that we're learning today. And this is an analysis I did some time ago, and I made about 30 something dollars, because I didn't cut it fair. I didn't cut it where I should. I cut it around this area. So I'm sorry about that. It went down. My buy limit, which was triggered, came up, and it bought till this zone, giving me 60 something dollars. Now it's retracing. So I didn't cut it because I knew it's going to still continue going up there. So those are the little things I really want you to understand in the market. First of all, you must understand market structure. All right, you must understand market structure. Market structure is something every one of us needs to understand in the market. So if a market is going bullish, if a market is going up, is an uptrend. So you're expecting the higher highs and the higher lows because the market is going in an uptrend. So this is a higher high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high. So it's moving in an up trend until it breaks this resistance, this support zone. Then you know that market structure is about to change a little bit, so you have to follow the market structure and see how it's going. All right, so those are the things that we are going to be learning on the market, in the market today. So the reason why you must understand these things is because once you can spot multiple support zones, uh, multiple resistance zones, you know how to, you know what to do in the market and all of that. So if I can spot these zones, I could say, okay, these zones are support, resistance zone. Okay, I don't think I've really taught resistance and support. Okay, resistance is more like the roof of a building. Okay, so what happens, a price gets up there, and uh, the the actions of the sellers tend to be high, so it pulls the market back down. So once market gets to that position, it pulls it back down. Once market gets to that position, it pulls it back down. So in a case like this, a lot of you may be trading um, pullbacks or breakouts, depending on what your strategies are. Okay, so and that is why you must understand the price action. When are you meant to draw a line? When is your trend line going to be? And a lot of us, we make mistakes. We want to get sniper entries, and it's so sweet. Once you get a sniper entry, you have nothing to worry about. But aside those things, you must understand that market does not obey your decision. It doesn't obey what you feel like. It doesn't obey your feeling. It obeys price action. And those are the things that you need to learn. So once market is on an uptrend, you're expecting a higher high and higher low. And that is what market structure is all about. If market decides to break the trend, if market structure decides to break, so you're now expecting a lower low and a lower high. So those are the little things you must be expecting in the market. And if market breaks a resistance, you should know where the next resistance is and place your TP at that position. Don't be too fast, or don't be too greedy per se to place your TP very far away Jupiter. It's not necessary. Put it in the next available resistance zone or support zone. Those are the little things that will help you in your trading. So aside that, this is my analysis. Well, the setup is not something I may be able to run at this particular point in time, because it's not really so easy. Well, but I'll try to. All right, so I make use of candlestick. You must understand candlestick. So those are the things that will really help us in our trading. Okay, so I wouldn't want this video to be very, very high. So aside price action, aside drawing lines, you must understand candlesticks. Candlesticks teaches you or tells you what the market is going to do anytime. It's going to tell you what market is going to do. All right, and since once you identify a particular market, you should be able to say, wow, market is moving very, very well. For example, this volatility 100, once you check the general trend of the market, you realize that this market has really been moving bearish for a year and over a year now. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, about 5 months now. About 5 months, getting to 6 months or thereabouts, it's been moving bearish. And you should know that once a market moves bearish for a very long time, there is meant to be a reversal. But then we can't really say, it's not about what is meant to be, it's about what is. All right, so through little analysis, you should be able to know what you are expecting in the market. Example, there's a reason why this market got to this position and it stops there. The reason is because when you check, this is about support and resistance. Okay, so once it's broke out of this first support zone, resistance zone rather. Okay, it was once a support zone because price got, okay, see resistance, it got to this point, it came down. Once it got here, it means this is a high resistance zone. Remember, high support zone. Remember, this is a weekly time frame. So price got to the support zone and it pulled it up. Remember what I told you about the support zones? I told you the support is like, okay, it's like the foundation of a building. So everything on the foundation is meant to be raised up. All right. So once the price got to this position, it went up. Got to the resistance, it came down. So these are the things that have been happening until it broke this one, which was a support. Okay, it was a resistance, then it came down, it became a support. Okay, I think I am missing my words there. Sorry, let me just reiterate. Okay, I said it was once a support at this zone, it broke it and came down. Since it broke it, this support zone has turned to a resistance zone, so you're now trading. All right, so this is what happened until it got to this position, which was a resistance. So once it broke it and came back, it became a support, and that was what happened. So I am using this line graph so that you see everything that is happening properly. So it crossed this position and came down. Once it broke it, you should be able to know that it's going to the next available support or resistance zone. Okay, which the first one is here. Okay, so we don't rush. So the first one is around here. If you check it this way, okay, is around here. So coming back, we should be able to know, okay, this is our first support resistance zone. Okay, we could, okay, because it's coming down, it's a support zone. This is our first support zone, but it's not very strong enough. That was why it broke it and still continued. So even if you are trading, this is a weekly time frame, right? So this may take about months to run. So since it broke it, it's going to the next available support zone. So that was what happened here. It got to this support zone and it broke it a little bit. All right, it has broken our support zone. Since it broke it, that means there's going to be a minor retracement before it continues, moving down, or it could still pull up. So we trade based on support and resistances. If you do not really understand support and resistance, you could DM me. It's a free class. Okay, I run support and resistance classes for free. Okay, so just with the intentions of helping every one of us to succeed in whatever we are doing. So at this position, what I did was I placed myself, right, because of the analysis I did. This particular analysis is higher. Okay, so it's not something I will really disburse. It's not a knowledge I will disburse at this particular point in time. But what we are doing is that we are trying to be the best. Okay, so if you want to learn more about price action strategies, okay, you could DM me. All right, so well, it's moving okay, it's not really bad. So our volatility 25, it's still intact. Okay, it is moving. All right, so I placed this market, I think about an hour ago, 3 hours, 2 hours ago, maybe an hour ago, thereabout. So from this position that I placed it, my TP is here because from the chart it's showing me that the next available resistance is at this position, and because it's at this position, can you see it between this candle here and the one here? Okay, from this candle between here and here is our zone. So what could happen in this market is that market could get to this place and shoot up, or market could break it, and if market breaks it, it's going to break it and break it to this zone. Once it breaks it to this zone, it could pull back and continue. Okay, so even if it's continuing, it's going to continue till, remember, we trade the nearest support zone. Okay, so we don't trade extravagantly. Okay, just nearest support zone, and mind you, this is a 4-hour time frame, so it's not like something that comes that is. So these are the little things that could happen in the market. So I trade between support and resistance. So since I've placed my sell here, market is going to come down, hit my support, or pull back. If he pulls back, then I know what I'm trading. If he breaks out, I know that he's going to break out to this position. So once it breaks out, I'm going to wait till it retraces to this position and I place my sell and move on with life. So this is how we trade support and resistances. If you try this, trust me, it's going to be very okay for you. You're going to make your money maximally, okay, in the market. Aside that, there is a strategy that I use. I don't really check the chart a lot. Once I see that kind of candle, this is the kind of candle I've been looking for a very long time, and I move on with life. Okay, so example, my VIX 100, it was how many dollars losses? Like six or so. I think it was 6 or 7. But I trusted my analysis, and I believe so much that it's going to enter into profit. If I had time, I could have paused it until it enters profit, but I wouldn't have enough strength to wait for that. Okay, so little account or no little account, you can make the best out of it. All right, so these are the strategies. If you want this particular strategy that I'm doing here, that is giving me all this, okay, you could DM me, I will share it to you. It's not hard. All right, we could just run the analysis together, and trust me, you make the best out of money. All right, thank you very much. My name remains Kingsfx, and please do it to subscribe and chat me up. We could talk about it. You don't pay to talk, right? We could talk about what you feel about these markets. Okay, just hit me up. You can subscribe also, so you get my videos whenever I post them. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your presence. Let's make the money together. All right. That'll be all for now. Bye.